Hi, first grade. All right, a different style of video this week. I wanted you to be able to see my screen because we are going to go over the idea of steady beat and no beat. So, most music we know has a steady beat. Like, I think we've done bee, bumblebee, stung a man upon his knee. And we've also done my buttons, my four groovy buttons. And all of those songs have steady beats. So most times when we hear music, it has a steady beat. We can trace along and think about the steady beat as we go. But there are some sounds that do not have a steady beat. Like, for instance, I wonder if any of you have wind chimes at your house. This is what they sound like. Now, you can't hear a beat in there at all. You just hear all the clanging around, and it's a very pretty sound. But if we try to keep a steady beat to it, we just can't. You can't hear any strong beat or weak beat. It's just lots of sounds. The wind is the same way. Have you ever been up here in Valmeyer on a very windy day and you can just hear it? It's so loud up here. It gets so very, very windy. The wind has no beat either. It just whoosh. So we can imagine beat and no beat as two different things we can do with our bodies. Beat is like clapping or patting. But no beat is like dancing, moving our arms and flowing all around. Kind of like if you've ever seen those big inflatable guys outside. They pump the air through them and they blow all around and they look crazy and funny. I love those things. So those have no beat either. They just random. They fly all around. So I'm going to do a little bit of practicing and listen to some sounds and see if you think they have a beat or no beat. Let's listen to the little girl patting her knees. Let's see if she keeps a steady beat. So I think that sounded pretty steady. Hopefully you thought so too. She was keeping a beat, and we could tell when she was going to clap next because she didn't speed up or slow down. How about a bumblebee? I wonder if a bumblebee makes a steady beat. Oh, I don't think so. Ugh, just the sound freaks me out. I don't know if you've ever had a bumblebee fly around your head, but you never know where they are or what they're going to do next. You have no idea where they're flying. They just sound like bzzz. Now, if a bumblebee buzzed in a steady beat, it might sound like this. Bzz, 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 bzz. But I've never heard a bee do that. Have you? No, they all just sound like bzz. And oh my goodness, if there's more than one bee, forget about it. Too crazy. All right, how about one of these? I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. It's called a grandfather clock. And we know that clocks go tick, tock, tick, tock. But the grandfather clock has another sound it makes as well. Ooh. What do you think, steady beat or no beat? Hopefully you're thinking steady beat. It's very slow, but it is steady. We can tell with our ears exactly when that next chime is going to happen. All right, so that one has a beat. Yes, we've decided. What about a thunderstorm? So we can hear some rain. I don't hear any beat in the rain. And I really don't hear any beat in the thunder as well. Even though thunder is loud and sometimes it can sound like big drums in the sky, we never know when it's going to happen. It has no steady beat. It's very random. Let's try a marching band. So even though we can hear lots of other sounds in this marching band, we can tell that there is a steady beat that they keep. With their instruments, with that big bass drum, they hit it on either side to keep the beat the whole time. Right? They also keep the beat with their feet as they march along. So definitely a marching band has a steady beat. Let's check out a couple more pictures. How about the wind? We already talked about this one. No beat there. All it is noise. It feels like flowing. If this kind of wind were blowing around one of those inflatable guys, he would be going insane. It'd be crazy. What about a little girl with a jump rope? What do you think? Make a prediction. Decide what you think. Is it going to be steady or not? I would say so. It sounds steady to me. She does a pretty good job. When I jump rope, it does not sound like a steady beat. I am pretty clumsy. I bet you can guess on this one too. A heartbeat. Is a heartbeat going to have a steady beat? Oh, you may not be able to hear it, but it sounds like this. Ba-bump, 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 ba-bump. So does a heartbeat have a steady beat? The answer is yes. Definitely a heartbeat has a steady beat. Let's listen to one more. How about some butterflies? Just like bumblebees, butterflies don't have a steady beat either. They sound kind of random. They flutter all around, and you can't tell where they're going to be or what sound they're going to make next. So maybe you've noticed a lot of times the things that don't have a steady beat are things in nature, like a thunderstorm or a bumblebee, or like some butterflies. There are lots of things that we have made as people, like jump ropes and drums and clocks, and those things do keep a steady beat. So on Wednesday, I'm going to post a little activity, very short, and I'll ask you to sort some of these pictures and try to imagine the sound they make and put them into a group of steady beat or no beat. So as you're watching this video, after you finish it, try listening around the house or outside. See if you can hear anything that has no beat. See if you can hear anything that has a steady beat. Maybe you have a brother or sister at home and they like to tap their pencil while they work. That would probably drive me crazy, but that would be a steady beat. But see if you can hear the wind or anything else with no beat. And let me know if you hear something. All right. Bye, first grade.